I hear the word intimacy, for me, it means close off. Intimacy. It doesn't mean having sex through a sheet with a hole in the middle and doing it for the sake of solely having children.
That would not be intimate.
No, not in my opinion. Because when you hear something like that, it makes you automatically not resent the religion, but say it's a little out of whack. It's a little.
Not for me.
What's the sense? Why would you even ask for something like that? Why would something like that be part of anybody's religion?
You're not thinking of anything, and you don't have a sheet between you.
You don't, or you do?
You don't.
So the sheet is like, what? Yeah, I heard of religious people who use sheets, like a sheet with a hole in it.
No, that's a ghost.
So it doesn't exist?
No. It's not allowed. A husband and wife, when they're being intimate, are not allowed to be wearing anything because it's not a complete giving and receiving if there's something in between.
So it's just the rumor,
Yeah, most rumors have some source, something that I have no idea what started that. When we eat to satisfy our hunger. And the hunger is in the stomach. But there's also a pleasure in eating that is in the mouth. So if we're eating healthy, which means we're eating to satisfy the stomach, then we would eat substantial foods. If we're entertaining our taste buds, we're going to eat the wrong food. Mouth has no hunger. It just has an enjoyment. When are you done with that? You're not, so you keep on eating. Even when your stomach says no. So again, it's such a commercialized thing. Every commercial tells you how this food is going to affect your mouth. Stomach is a problem. So the same is true with sexual appetite. There is a true appetite, a true hunger that can be satisfied. But when you stimulate the body, like entertaining your taste buds, there's no end. It's never satisfied. So we try to find ways to get a greater stimulation, a more intense stimulation, an artificial stimulation. So intimacy is really a mystical thing because it's not sex, it's not pleasure, it's not love, it's not kindness. It's something more. It's something bigger than all of it. And that's very hard to get to. Even the best married couples, not every time. You try, but you don't always get to that bigger experience. So it's a mini miracle. In giving, there's an important consideration of who is receiving and what do they really need. If a teacher walks into the classroom and just gives the lecture that he likes to give, that's not a teacher. If he understands the student, he feels what the student wants or needs or is open to, and provides that, then he's a giver. Which tells us something very important. In order for a man to be the giver, he has to be sensitive and intuitive to a woman's need. But just to say, hey, I got something to give you, that's not welcome.
You gotta give her what she wants, you're saying.
You have to give in response to the need. Intimacy is a pleasure, and pleasure is best experienced when you're happy.
Is oral sex something that's allowed to do or not allowed to do in our religion?
Well, if we follow the definition that we've been working with.
It's giving and receiving. No? I give, she receives.
Not quite. Not quite. One thing you have to be careful is that whatever else people do as introductory preparation, it shouldn't become the main thing, because that happens quite often. It becomes more fun than the real thing, than the actual intimacy. And part of the reason that it's popular is because you don't have to be intimate. It's just practical.
You prefer not to ejaculate before, or like not waste sperm, or
There's one thing you really should not do, and that is waste the seed, waste the sperm.
what's considered wasting the sperm?
If
Not
you-
not using it to create babies, or just
No, not directing it towards the womb or
Oh.
the uterus. If you're doing it right, you're doing an act of intimacy. Act of intimacy is directing the sperm to